You always have to protect yourself with contracts. This goes without saying, but some of you that are a little bit more flippant with your paperwork are going to end up having to suffer some big consequences at some point. Case in point, got a story for you. Yesterday, we were going to buy a house out of foreclosure. It was assigned to us from another investor we know pretty well in the community. We bought several from them before. Well, day of the closing, I'm actually literally signing the closing documents. That wholesaler texts me and says, hey, the seller decided that they needed some time in the house, 2 or 3 weeks. We were told we were going to get it vacant. Well, we have been burned so many times in the past by these sellers not doing as they say they're going to do. And when you're talking about evictions and things like that, sometimes these things can linger on 6, 12 months. In fact, we have one that's been about 15 months right now. And when you factor in all the cost of attorneys, the holding cost, interest fees, it's significant. $20,000, $30,000 sometimes for deals like that. So in the past, I would have been a little bit more flippant. Oh yeah, we'll just go ahead and close on the deal. We're good to go. But that's not what I'm doing now because of how we've been burned. I've had to learn these lessons. So what did we do to rectify the situation? We went ahead and got a holdback from the seller. It was like 50% of their proceeds. I think they were netting about $15K, something like that. And $7,500 got withheld. So if he is not out by the time that he's supposed to be out in 3 weeks, we get that money. But it didn't stop there, because a lot of times these wholesalers, at this point, they then ghost. They don't help with the seller at all. We don't have a relationship with them, so then it's difficult. So we actually withheld 25% of the wholesaler's assignment. That portion of their assignment, if the seller is not out, will come automatically to us if the seller is not out. Now, I don't want that money. I just want the seller to get out on time. They get their $7,500. The wholesaler get their extra 25%. But in the case that the wholesaler doesn't fulfill on their end of the agreement, the seller doesn't fulfill on their end of the agreement, we get a nice little payday, and it helps pay for any of the potential nastiness that's involved with these situations. So when you're doing these deals, be very careful. Really pay attention to your paperwork. Dot your I's, cross your T's, all of that. Please take care of yourself, especially in this time, in this market where days on market are creeping up, and it takes a long time to get things through courts, and courts are not particularly siding on the side of the investor. So be careful, get your paperwork in order, be safe.